guy who runs the program, what can you do?
Well, here's what we're doing right now. What we're doing is, sometimes we got to take some starters off of kind of what we did at the University of Miami. We took some starters off of the regular downs and put them on special teams. I don't know if that's going to be a help. I really love our punt returner, Teddy Veal. I think he's going to be a great player. There's some learning pains that we're doing. Our kickoff return really only hurt us one time, and that's because sometimes we got a different kicker every week. Our kicker's hurt, and so we don't kick the ball where we want to, so it doesn't give us the chance. If we kick left, deep left, ball goes in the middle of the field. That's the way we're returning. Our young kids got to really see the ball and do those things. So we're working on it. I think we're doing a decent job of making some improvements. The kick, the snapper was just one of those things that I felt going into it that we were better, and we were getting better with the snapper, kicker, and operation, and then all of a sudden the snapper goes out, and so it cost us a penalty and it cost us some points also.
Can you talk about what happened to him before the game?
Yeah, he snapped on his fourth snap. He said he had a quad pull, and whatever that is, I guess that's this muscle in front of your leg, and he couldn't bend over anymore. So he couldn't snap because he couldn't bend, and so it was just we had to make some decisions before, and we kind of made the best decision we could with Matt.
What's more frustrating, what you had in 2012, which was a team that wasn't quite talented enough to compete a lot of the weeks, or a team like this, which is talented enough to win, but is making mistakes repeatedly and costing itself games?
Well, the difference is and it's always most frustrating to lose, but I think the difference is in 2012, some of the opponents we played wasn't, these guys that we played. Georgia Tech's 4-0, they went to Virginia Tech, they just beat them. You look at Duke, they're 4-0, they're probably going to beat the University of Miami this week, and they'll beat them. And then you look at Southeastern, they probably one of the best teams in Division I AA, so you really don't have a break. You go to Tulsa the first week, that's a toss-up game. You go on the road and you got some young kids and you miss that opportunity. Here's the frustration about this is, one thing in 2012, we did make some mistakes. We made a lot of mistakes, but we were good enough to overcome the mistakes, and we were experienced enough. We had some experienced players, 3 of those kids on that team playing in NFL, and so, we love to have those guys back to help us with some leadership and some things. Well, now we got some kids now that's just, they just feeling their way a little bit against some teams now that are seasoned teams. You look at these teams, and they're all veteran teams that we're going against. Got another one this week that's a veteran team.